Welcome to the Happiest Place Is Home kitchen. I'm Suzanne. I'm in the kitchen today making a big game day recipe, creamy buffalo chicken sliders. I have all of the ingredients ready to go. It's a slow cooker recipe, so it's going to be really easy. Let's get started. Here are our ingredients. I have 2 pounds of chicken tenders waiting in the slow cooker. I'll arrange them in a flat manner. We have 6 tablespoons of yogurt butter. This is Brummel and Brown yogurt butter. It helps us cut the fat from butter. It's also a lower salt option. We have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We have 6 tablespoons of a lower sodium hot sauce. This one by Old Bay is 160 milligrams per teaspoon, which is one of the best stats I could find in the supermarket. And I was standing in the aisle for quite some time figuring this one out. We also have 6 tablespoons of white vinegar. I want to say thank you to my neighbor Linda for bringing this over. They didn't have it in my supermarket order, so I needed to borrow it. We have great neighbors here. Next, we have 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. Here's the brand I'm using, which I'm not even going to attempt saying, but this one is one of the lower sodium. It's 5 milligrams per tablespoon. That's great. Okay, so we have that ready to go. These are the ingredients that are going into our slow cooker. We have to make a sauce using these and then putting it on top of the chicken. And then we have some things to make the sliders. We've got King's Hawaiian small rolls. These have great sodium stats. And then we're also making a little relish using celery, onions, and jalapeno peppers. And we'll make that on camera in a bit. But let's get started with this portion of the recipe. I've arranged our 2 pounds of chicken tenders along the bottom of the slow cooker, and we're covering them in the mascarpone cheese. This is a very thick product. I'm not going to get it too close to the edges because it's going to spread out as it cooks. And we're putting a beautiful wing sauce on top of this. I'm going to tip you so that you can see this a bit better. Hopefully that's clear. Looks good. Now we're melting our yogurt butter. Just putting it on a medium-low heat. And you have to keep it moving. We are melted. Now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of the vinegar. We're saving the rest for relish. Doing this hot sauce too, the whole amount. We just stir that together. This is our wing sauce. Smells delicious. It looks like we're all set. Let's turn off the heat. Now we're pouring the wing sauce over the chicken and cheese. Now we're setting the slow cooker on high for 6 hours. And then we'll start making our relish. Before we get started on the relish, I wanted to show you how much sodium can be in a normal wing sauce. So this one, I'm not going to say the name, but it's very typical of wing sauce. 2 tablespoons for 890 milligrams. That is too much sodium, my heavens. So that's why we're making our own buffalo sauce. We have a 1/2 cup of celery in 1/4 inch pieces. We need a 1/2 cup of onion. We're cutting up a 1/4 cup of jalapeno peppers without the ribs and seeds. So I'm going to show you my technique for doing so. Just cutting along the edges. Let's get rid of those pesky other parts and what I missed of the seeds. And then we're cutting these into 1/4 inch pieces. Now we're assembling our relish, and before I take my trusty gloves off, I'm just adding the jalapeno peppers. Okay, it's safe. Okay, so we are putting these together with the celery. It's the 1/2 cup of celery, a 1/2 cup of onion, olive oil, this is 2 tablespoons, and then the remaining 2 tablespoons of vinegar. We're mixing our relish together. Once it's completely combined, we will cover it and put it in the fridge to turn to relish. And we will serve it on top of our creamy buffalo chicken sliders. It's ready. Time's up. We're going to remove the chicken and shred it and then mix it back up with the sauce. It smells wonderful. I'm gonna cut a piece to make sure it's finished. Oh yes. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we have our meat safely out of the slow cooker, and we're going to shred this chicken. Look how easy it is to shred. That's what a slow cooker does. It makes everything so juicy and soft. We're shredded. One of my best friends who lives in Florida bought me this spatula. It was to make huge pancakes if I was interested in doing that. But it works really well for this. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a close-up while we mix. Okay, you should be able to see this pretty well. Doesn't that look heavenly? We're mixed. Okay, so we have 3 ways of doing our creamy buffalo chicken. In 1 celery stalk cut in half, just a slider, only the meat, and then the slider with our homemade relish. I think they would be delicious any way you slice it. So I hope that you love these, and I hope you have a great big game day. Thanks for watching Happiest Place Is Home.